Hello and welcome to part 46 of my Let's Play / stream of Star Trek Online. We are now on the way through the future-proof storyline. We're going to do Time and Tide, where we get to go and meet the crew of the USS Pastak. So I will let Admiral Quinn natter away and talk us through this mission.
We have been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. Their Temporal Integrity Commission is charged with protecting the timeline from factions who might want to change history. Considering our recent experiences, we feel the need to better understand the rules of time travel. However, it's important we don't know too much about the future, so we have decided to designate one representative to learn what we need to know. Given your record, you were the logical choice. You were to rendezvous with the USS Pastak. Her captain will give you a more thorough briefing upon arrival.
I changed the intro to that. It was used to be we were being asked, they personally requested for us, but you know what, whatever. Let's accept the mission. So we have to go to the new QUADRANT system. So we'll beam back up to the ship. Yeah, so everything is, I'm getting better health wise, so I might still mute at some point to cough. So I do apologise for that, but I want to get through this. Nothing like a time travelling mystery. You see time travel a lot in Star Trek Online. So once I've done this, I'll probably start a Klingon character, because they're the only like a unique one, and then where the hell is New Kitma? I mean, it tells you where it is. Delta Quadrant.
We've been in regular contact with the VULCAN.
Yeah, so probably gonna do a Klingon, then come back to the Fed side again to do a disco character. No, not disco. I'll do a 20. Well, arm and arm, whether I'll do a disco character or a toss character. Then Romulan. Not really sure a Dominion character would be worthwhile, because I have like a couple of unique missions and then they're pretty much done. It's pretty much the same with a TOS character and a excuse me. A TOS character and a disco character, because story wise they get propelled forward, so spoilers. Okay, let's go to the Delta Quadrant. Damn, his own nebula makes a lot of noise, doesn't it? We go to the Delta Quadrant via the Geelong sphere. And the KYANA system. Damn it, I apologise. Didn't catch that one. Now begin time and tide.
Please report to the USS Pastak.
Captain Walker.
It's a pleasure to see you again. I'm glad you were selected as your time's representative. I can't imagine a better selection. Of course, I already knew you were going to be chosen, but that doesn't change my appreciation. Your recent experiences with time travel have begun a new phase of development, and a perilous one at that. Understanding the rules of time travel is of vital importance.
Tell me about the Temporal Accord directive.
Starfleet personnel are strictly forbidden from directly interfering with historical events, and are required to maintain the timeline when possible. We're also restricted from revealing too much about the future. These principles have served Starfleet well. Now that the time travel genie is out of the bottle, it'll be hard to get it back in. The tech will spread through the galaxy, and species after species will learn the secrets of time.
Yeah, see? The Temporal Accord directive, remember that one, Discovery. I've seen that firsthand several times. Today you're going to be the signing of the Temporal Accords. It's an honour you've earned as an agent. I think it's important that you see yourself what the work of the Alliance lead to, and how important it is to the future civilizations. Agent of what? Excuse me, thank you, it's an honour.
Are you ready to visit the future?
Take me to the future. $27.69. Captain Walker.
Here we are. Since you're from the past, I'll be your chaperone during the event, hopefully protecting you from any temporal incidents. Purely procedural, of course. You've already demonstrated your ability to remain silent about things you aren't supposed to know.
Acknowledged.
Welcome, gentle being, to the signing of the Temporal Accords. Your biosigns aren't listed on our register today. I'll need to... Wait. I know you. I wrote a paper about you in classical history class at the Academy. I must say, you look much younger than your holo images. Wait, what year did you come from?
2410.
Oh, that explains why you look so young. Well, you sure have an eventful future ahead of you. Forget I said that. I'm not supposed to say things like that. To be honest, I'm still getting used to the new temporal regulations. They can be a little confusing. Anyway, the TIC crews are scrubbing the hull for anything that might cause a paradox if visitors from the past, like yourself, encounter them. It will be just a few moments.
Very well.
Perhaps you would like to chat with some of our other guests here in the lobby. I believe they have all been cleared for trans-temporal interactions. I'm sure you'll have plenty to talk about.
Indeed, thank you. Nice to know I have an illustrious career. And a cool protester.
The Nagul are here to protest the signing of these unlawful, biased accords.
Why?
The Tholians ravaged our homeworld thanks to the Federation's ineptitude. In one dark moment, my people were scattered throughout the stars. All we were, our history, our way of life, was nearly lost. And when we needed the Federation the most, we were denied. Terrorists, they called us. Criminals, the dregs of the galaxy. These words, these deeds will never be forgotten or forgiven.
I'm sure that the tragedy of the past has to do with today's events. Not sure, sorry.
Today, the Federation and their lackeys come to tell the galaxy which timeline is best and what they'll do to keep it that way. But who are they to dictate such terms? To tell us that their history is more important than ours?
So you would change the past despite the risks. You could undo your own existence. I've had a question. One, a worthy debate. They're the victors, and victors write history, do they not? I've had a question. One worthy of debate. Philip Cray.
Greetings, friend. How may I help you?
Who are you?
Where do I start? I'm 157 years old. But that's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion. Back then, I was serving as an ensign under Captain Bateson on the USS Bozeman. After that, integrating back into Starfleet was difficult. So much had changed. Some of my shipmates joined temporal investigations. Their first-hand knowledge of past events was quite useful. Seemed like a way to make a difference. So that's where I ended up as well.
Why are you here?
Same reason as you, I'll imagine. To witness the signing of the Temporal Accords. Usually, temporal agents watch holo recordings of the event. But the three of us were given special dispensation to come and view the Accords personally. Perks for graduating at the top of the class, I suppose. Where do I start?
Don't you recognize
Pretty
me?
certain we haven't met until just now. But not yet, at least. I just graduated from the Academy as a temporal agent. That being said, it's quite possible that we will meet in the future. Well, my future. Tell you what, I'll try to act surprised when it happens.
That's all for now.
Attention all guests. The main hall is now open. Please make your way to your seats.
Well, one of our very special guests. It is so nice to meet you. I am Wixit, your humble master of ceremonies for this historic event. Quite an honor, wouldn't you say? So exciting! This ceremony is about to begin, so you should find your seat. But I'd love to chat with you after the signing.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll speak to some of the delegates. So we got Cardassian.
I must say, I am privileged to witness this historic event. Truly, it is a singular honor. I'm humbled, as I'm sure you are as well.
Indeed, we'll be seeing history in the making today. Zindi?
The Zindi are no strangers to temporal affairs.
The tragic conflict with Earth in the 22nd century and our manipulation by the Sphere Builders are matters of deep shame for us all. We support the Accords with the hope that they will prevent such tragedies from this day forward.
A worthy goal. Green.
Time travelers are cowards. The green conspiracy rather than the memory of the past, the intrigue of the future.
I'm sure your support of your cause is appreciated. Folian, I've just murdered you.
The VULCAN Assembly has decided to support the Accords. We are concerned that a rogue individual or species could disrupt our development. If the Accords do not go far enough, we want to end all time travel for any reason. We will continue to lobby for change aggressively. Should the Union fail to preserve the timeline, the Assembly will succeed by any means necessary. That is all.
It must be your friendly nature that got you selected as an ambassador. The fairy.
While the Accords promise to safeguard the time stream for us all, I can't help but ponder the opportunities for temporal abuse that will remain after they are signed. I fear great imbalance could occur, despite the very good intentions of all the signatories involved.
Enforce the Accords properly and that won't be a problem. Dominion.
I am honored by the Founders and pleased to observe this most historic event. Although the Dominion was not greatly affected by the development of time travel, we have an interest in safeguarding the time stream.
That's good to hear. 1 minute.
Jolan True, you are from the past. From before the time the Romulans joined the Federation, I'll wager. How strange all of this must be for you. The entire galaxy unites in preserving the timeline. This is truly a momentous day for all.
Indeed it is. Romulans joined the Federation.
Greetings. Pardon me for saying so, but you look very familiar. Have we met before? Wait, I remember you from my history studies. You saved our homeworld. There's a statue in your honor in the capital city on Lucari Prime. Oh, wait. That's already happened for you, right? Oh, good. Woo! Just my luck to cause a paradox here, today. Can you imagine?
That would be a little awkward, yes.
Delegates and honored guests, your attention please. The signing ceremony is about to begin. Please take your seats.
I am reminded of a quote from ancient Earth. And when Alexander saw the breadth of his domain, he wept, for there were no more worlds to conquer.
Ah, interesting perspective.
Your uniform. 25th century, correct? You're definitely a visitor from the past, and an honored one at that. Welcome to the 28th century. I hope you'll enjoy seeing what your work and sacrifice has wrought.
Thank you for the honor. Ferengi.
These Accords are going to provide quite the opportunity for historical studies of economic matters. I hear the Grand Nagus is going to formally announce several new temporal rules of acquisition soon. I hope at least one of them covers going back in time to beat someone to a deal.
Hopefully in a way that prevents such activities. Borg.
The Borg have a checkered past when it comes to time travel, particularly where the Federation is concerned. Thankfully, we've had the chance to make amends. The Cooperative is proud to be a part of today's proceedings.
As am I, it's quite an honor. Kabali?
We Kabali are quite thankful to see the Accords go into effect. Many who disagree with our customs could be tempted to return to a point in time where those customs could be disrupted permanently.
Indeed. Who am I missing? Then a kill.
The Nakul are not here to sign these accords. We have already been victims of time-traveling aliens. Somehow this incursion into the timeline has been overlooked. Perhaps because of its importance to the founding of the Galactic Union. We proposed an amendment to restore our home world in the timeline, but it was rejected. Therefore we are here, with all eyes of the galaxy upon us, to point out the hypocrisy and unlawfulness of these accords.
I see. I'll take my seat now.
Representatives from dozens of species have gathered to witness this historic event. It looks like they are getting ready to begin the formal signing. Of course, this is largely ceremonial. The negotiation. Wait, there is some kind of disturbance.
This oppression will not stand. The time stream shall be free. We will liberate the galaxy from the tyranny of the Temporal Accords. We shall wipe the stain of the Federation from history.
Quick, get the delegates to safety. The Krenim are taking the delegates hostage.
Well done, Ensign. Superb.
The Krenim have grabbed the delegates and are holding them hostage in some nearby offices. This is damn peculiar. We're facing a major temporal flux here. The hostiles have neutralized embassy security. It looks like they weren't expecting us to be here. It's up to us to rescue the delegates.
Acknowledged.
Watch out! More Krenim beaming in!
Well.
More Krenim! Neutralize them as quickly as possible. We need to save those delegates.
Can anybody hear us? The Krenim are holding us hostage in the embassy offices. Please, anyone, help!
The Krenim are holding us hostage, requesting immediate assistance.
Hang on, we're on our way.
Bloody Krenim.
Cooperate, and you won't be harmed. Resist, and your safety cannot be guaranteed.
I thought my life path was at an end. My thanks for proving me wrong.
You're welcome. We're in the end.
It was a good day to die for the Krenim.
Well said, Ambassador. Kapla. So how, what to my widow friend? Okay, guys.
You saved my world, and now you saved me. I'm beginning to like you.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual, Ambassador. Stay safe. Sorry there,
I shall live to serve the Founders another day. My thanks to you, of course.
You're welcome.
This wasn't supposed to happen. History says the Accords were signed and there was no mention of an attack.
We should return to our ships and see if we can make defensive efforts. Okie dokie.
Those look like Krenim ships.
And they're attacking in force. We've got to stop them before they disrupt the timeline any further.
This conference will not continue. I won't abide it. All ships fire at will. Leave no survivors.
You won't abide it. Like you got a choice, sunshine. God, I remember that. The beam that you guys do.
Wait, I recognize that ship.
USS Endeavour. Yeah.
Oh no, not this time. This time, not prevail. It's a great failure.
NCC 93647, biatch. Yeah, I don't know my own shit's registry, so sue me.
The Nakul have used the Krenim attack as a cover to attack the temporal sensor array. All our forces are tied up fighting the Krenim. We can't afford to lose that array. It monitors the time stream for incursions. If it were damaged, people could travel into the past without being detected. Curious. The Krenim and Nakul vessels have started fighting each other in the confusion. Let's make the most of that, shall we?
Understood. Helm, set course, set it in, set course. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a cruiser. It's going to take a long time to turn it around. I apologise. But when I do, you don't want to be there. Well played, sir. Well played. I hate when they do that.
We've got the Krenim on the run over here. Stay focused on the array.
Now, like an annoying little thing that they do, which is like they duplicate this, there's like duplicate their ship. It's a really annoying ability, and they do it on the ground as well. And they're cool. 500 years and you still haven't won.
Most of the Krenim ships. Engaging Anoraks now. The more the merrier.
Yes, he helped us against the Iconians.
I thought as much. Something must have disturbed the timeline. I'm afraid you will need to return to your own time to investigate. I'll accompany you, but I can't interact with anybody from your time. I'll open a portal when you're ready. Are you ready now?
We're ready, Captain. Engage.
You are cleared for docking.
Welcome back to KYANA. We hadn't expected to see you again so soon. To what do we owe the pleasure?
I have some questions for Noel.
Noi? Well, he's been working on some secret project of late. To be honest, he's been more than a little hostile. And that's saying something for Noi. I was about to check in with him, if you would like to accompany me.
Lead on, Supervisor. Noi?
I thought I'd seen the last of you after you flew off to your great victory over the Iconians. Well, what do you want? I'm very busy.
What are you working on?
Come now, you can read, can't you? Access my latest report to command if you want to know what I'm working on. Feel free to waste the time of the charming bureaucrat standing next to you, but I'll thank you to stop wasting mine. Now, if this interrogation is over, I've more important matters to attend to. Good day.
I just...
Like I said, more than a little hostile. He's been like this for some time now, and no one's sure why.
We have a reason to believe he may be plotting treason. Would it be possible to see what he's working on?
Treason? Noi? I mean, sure, he's been difficult to work with, but... Oh, I hope you're wrong. Noi has top-level access to everything we're working on here. I don't need to tell you how much damage that could do in the wrong hands. Let me call up his files.
Thank you, Supervisor.
He was working on the Anoraks. Wait a minute. It looks like he was accessing the launch protocols and docking clamps.
Oh, pants.
Ah, I see you found my farewell gift, Tralla. I'm so glad. As for you, I'm taking command of the Anoraks now. I can see that bothers you greatly. So will the numerous bombs I've left behind.
Don't panic. Grab your towels and don't panic. Not the fact that none of you are actually panicking, you're just walking really fast and not really caring. Okay.
Stole the Anoraks? I can't believe it. How could he do such a thing? What drove him to betray us like this?
Maybe there's a clue in his personal logs.
There's only one way to find out. Computer, bring up the research notes and personal logs of researcher Noi. Authorization Tralla 23, Victor 6 Sigma.
Thank you, Supervisor. Access log Charlie Juliet Yankee 043. Oh, you don't say that, do you? CJY 043.
Personal log supplemental. We had some visitors from the Alliance today. And I was rather rude to them, but I managed to smooth things over. This time. Still, he has good reason to be stressed. The war isn't going well. And there's a lot of pressure on him right now. He could be a bit more agreeable, however. Perhaps a peace offering. Those Terran snack cakes he's so fond of with the... what is the word? Nougat. I tried to tell him about the baby again last night, but he was so stressed out. I just couldn't add to his burden. Hopefully things will calm down a bit soon and I can tell him. On a positive note, my work is progressing quite well. I believe these logs should now be shielded from any kind of temporal incursion.
Return to room.
Please input your selection below.
Access log NDZ 078.
Personal log supplemental. My review of the time capsule files is complete. What I have learned has shocked me to the very core of my being. I had a wife, and she was pregnant. My wife and unborn child were murdered by the Federation and their allies. They devastated my people, murdered my family, and erased an entire species from time and space. I cannot let this stand. This I vow. I shall not rest until I have restored my family or avenged their deaths. Time itself shall be the instrument of my vengeance.
Well, that's not quite how it went down. But yeah, return to route.
Please input your selections below.
Access log NDZ 187.
Personal log supplemental. At last, I have found them. The Tutarians. Or rather, what they have become. Some of them managed to escape the treachery of the Federation, finding sanctuary in a trans-dimensional void. They are powerful. So powerful that some primitive species worship them like gods. And yet, they are trapped in their realm, no longer able to exist within prime space. But I can help them. I can release them from durance vile. With these builders at my side, I shall have my vengeance for Clouda.
Please input your download.
What the? We're under attack!
Report.
Noi has returned, and he's made a number of potent modifications to his ship. We could use some help up here with him and his allies.
Okie dokie.
I have been waiting for this for a long time. At last, I take the first fateful steps upon my path of vengeance.
But I just saw you. Where did you get your allies? What have you done to the Anoraks?
As always, your thinking is so limited. For you, it has been moments. But for me, it has been years. Years of planning, building, all to return to this moment in time. To end.
This doesn't have to happen, Noi.
Oh, but it does, believe me. You took them. My wife, my unborn child. Time was your weapon then, and it is mine now. With it, I will eradicate your wretched alliance, just as you wiped the Tutarians from history. But first things first. It's time for you to die.
You're better than this, Noi. Stand down. I don't think so. You're a scientist, not a starship captain. Give it up now.
This is Walker. We've got our hands full with Noi over here, but we'll keep him busy while you defend the station. We could use a hand once it's secure, though. Anorax packs quite a punch.
Acknowledge Pastak. Right. Right there.
Noi has learned some new tricks.
burn. Admiral, we've been pulled into a return train with the anoraks. We can't let her escape. Target her engineering section and disable the main drive. So we're not in strange direction. Temporal transit could be disastrous. He disrupted our warp field and made his escape into chaos.
A rogue agent out there with a ship like the Atlas is a real big problem. One step at a time. Let's get you back to the 25th century once you're ready for the trip.
A rogue agent, like with a ship of the Animax, is a beginning problem, but I'm afraid the news gets worse. My science officer tells me the noise ship is using spear build tech. That looks like they're back and with vengeance. We've got a lot of work to do, but let's take it one step at a time and let you get you back to the 25th century once you're ready. So the proverbial shit has hit the fan. Is that what you're saying?
So, Noi turned against us, huh? This is troublesome. With his theft of the anoraks, he poses a great threat to the galaxy. Sadly, I don't think we've seen the last of him. The surprise actions of the Nakul are also a concern. What could they be up to, I wonder? Regardless, I think you'll agree, the battlefield just got a lot bigger.
Okie dokie. And with that we are done. We're halfway through the thing, halfway through Future Proof. This episode 4 pops in, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be interrupted by Lieutenant Commander Van Zyl. Pretty sure she's going to just pop up. Van Zyl? No? No, you're not? Okay. How kind of you. You're going to let me do an outro. Anyway, so we'll do the Temple Front next. Delegates to the meeting to determine the future of the Alliance. Journey to the summit on New Romulus and help ensure this is a success. Meet our delegation at the embassy on New Romulus. So yeah, we're going to do that. And with that, part 46 is over and done with. It's been a pleasure to been a pleasure to do this, and
Not all the experiences of the USS Voyager.
I knew she was going to turn up. She's like so predictable, Van Zyl. Anyway, again, she interrupts me. But thank you very much for watching. Live long and prosper, peace and long life, and I shall see you in part 47, the Temporal Front.